Rafika, and let me start by telling you the synopsis of this movie. This is a story about two best friends from a faraway village called Gavaldon. Agatha, who was called a witch by the people of the village, and Sophie, the most beautiful one in that village. They were taken away to attend a school that trains aspiring fairy tale heroes and villains to fulfill their destiny, the School of Good and Evil. The school was once governed by two brothers, Ryan and Raphael. They were in charge to protect the historian and keep the balance between good and evil. However, Raphael is not satisfied with the balance and killed his brother for that. It was Sophie's wish to be in that school, but it didn't turn out how she wanted to be. Sophie was placed in the school for evil, meanwhile Agatha was placed in the school for good. They went to meet the schoolmaster thinking that there has been a mistake. The schoolmaster challenged Sophie to find a true love kiss to prove that she belongs in good. However, she got her heart broken when the King Arthur's son, Tedros, left her in the trial by tail since she refused to risk her life to save him. She blamed Agatha because she thinks that Agatha was the one behind this. With the help of Raphael and the power he gave her, the blood magic, she then became evil. She tells Agatha that she is her nemesis, and the story only ends when one of them survives. She began a war between the two schools. When she meets Raphael, they share what Raphael deemed as a true love kiss. However, suddenly, the whole school collapsed, and Sophie, realizing what's happening, told him to stop, as they were her friends in the school. Agatha was there to save the day and defeat Raphael by using the Excalibur and assisted by Sophie's magic. The school stops to collapse and the war ended, and at last, Sophie and Agatha get to go back home to their village.
Hi, I'm Balkis and I'm going to present about two main stakeholders and their stakes. The first stakeholder is Agatha. Agatha is a very loyal best friend. She never breaks her friendship with Sophie even though Sophie has betrayed and hurt her. She keeps insisted to save Sophie when Tedros and Evers want to attack her. Agatha knows that Sophie is the only one that stays with her when villagers in Gavaldon keep calling her witch, and she believes that Sophie is a very good person. Agatha started noticing the goodness she possesses, and she realized that what is on the inside is what matters. She had believed she was an ugly witch her whole life, but then Clarissa Dobie's makeover and encouraging comments changed her perspective. Thus, she comes to the realization that she has been attractive her entire life after meeting Dean Dovey. The second stakeholder is Raphael. He tried to get Sophie's trust to dominate the school for good and evil for his own benefit. He convinced Sophie that Agatha is her enemy by claiming that Agatha said that Sophie is not a good person, and then he turns her into a hack. Agatha is threatened and Tedros is forced into attacking the school for evil. When Sophie comes to get revenge on Ryan, he reveals himself as Raphael all along, having survived the fall from the cliff and murdered Ryan. He stole his identity and used good stories to destroy good internally and favor evil. Next, I'm going to present about the ethical dilemma of the heroine and villain from this movie. The heroine from the School of Good and Evil is Agatha. Agatha does not hesitate to help her best friend Sophie when she needs to face trial by tale that has been determined by Ryan. This is because an ever and a never being together can cause chaos between both schools. Agatha still went to help her even she knows she has broken the rule of the trial. At the trial, Sophie ends up proving inept in defending herself and Tedros, prompting and infiltrating Agatha to save him instead of Sophie. The villain from the School of Good and Evil is Raphael. Raphael went to fight with his good brother Ryan because he desired the Storian's power for himself. The Great War started when people in the woods supported Ryan instead. The fight eventually came to an end when Raphael murdered Ryan. Raphael used a mask to conceal his identity because no one knew which brother had won the battle when it ended. Raphael started aging like a mortal since he had no one to love him. He hunted out his other half, not out of love for her, but rather to reclaim his former immortality and restore the greatness of the evil. The story of finding his love begins when Raphael kidnapped Sophie and Agatha from Gavaldon and took them to the School of Good and Evil.
Hi, my name is Shafiti, and for today I'm going to present to you about the action that is taken by the villain in the consequentialism point of view and the action that is taken by the heroine in the deontology point of view. So, firstly, what is consequentialism? So basically, consequentialism is an ethical theory that judges the action based on the result. So, for example, if the result is good or positive, the action is considered as an ethical, but if the result from the action is not good or bad, so it's considered as unethical. Next, as we all know, the main villain is Raphael. So the first action that he made is cheating or breaking the rules. So as we can see in the earlier of the movie, Raphael used his magic while fighting with his brother, which is Ryan. Even though Ryan has stated or told him that there is a rule in the duel arena that prohibited them from using the magic. Therefore, from the consequentialism point of view, this action could consider unethical because Raphael is breaking the rules and this could harm Ryan. So next, Raphael is manipulative. So in the movie, we can see that Raphael is controlling Sophie's mind by saying that he is the only one that Sophie can be trusted. And he also said that Sophie can do anything she wants if she wants the true love is from Tedros, which is the guy that she liked. So this action is considered unethical because Raphael has manipulated his words and made Sophie believe all of his evil plan. So lastly, Raphael used his magic to use Sophie to do the evil things for him. So basically, Raphael used his magic to take over the evil magic in Sophie and make her doing all the bad things for him, like killing all the students in the school. Therefore, this action is considered unethical because it will cause more harm than goods to the other students at the school. So next, I'm going to present to you about the action that is taken by the heroine in the deontology point of view. So firstly, deontology is an ethical theory that uses rules to differentiate between the right and wrong. And it is wrong to break the rules even though the result is good or positive. So, as we all know that Agatha is the heroine in the movie and she will never let anything happen to Sophie. So, in the earlier of the movie, we can see that Agatha holds Sophie's hand tightly when Sophie is being dragged by the bird. So, even though Sophie is excited to get out of their village, which is Gavaldon, Agatha is still worried about Sophie. So, this action could be considered as an ethical action because Agatha do not want anything bad happen to her best friends. So next, Agatha slapped Tedros for saving her from the bird, which is she claimed to be Gregor. So Agatha claimed that Tedros has killed Gregor, which is her friend, when she is able to help Gregor if she can. So instead of thanking Tedros, Agatha slapped him hard. So this action is considered to be unethical because she should be thankful to Tedros for saving her life, and instead of following his emotion while making the decision. So, lastly, Agatha tried to help Sophie from attacking between the good and the evil school. So, Agatha screamed stop and telling the good school that it's only the trick that is played by the evil school. So, this action could be considered as unethical because Fighting with each other is a bad thing and someone could get hurt from the fight.
First of all, my name is Adiba Mesara and I will be presenting about the action taken if I was in villain shoes. As Balki stated in the video before this, the villain from this movie is Rafal. Even from the start, Rafal want the Styrian power for himself only. If I was in his shoes, I will not greedy about the power. The ethical that he has should not be followed. He willing to fight his own brother and murdered his own brother in order to get all the power for himself. Then, after he murdered his own brother, he used his brother's name in order to get what he wanted. In this case, I will tell the truth about the identity even if I will be hated. With only lies that we make, we will feel that we can do it again and again, and it will become the habit. So, it was not the ethical that we should have.
To conclude the review, here are the lessons that we learned. First, it's not what you are, but what you do. Like how Agatha convinced Tedros that Sophie isn't evil and asked him to see the world beyond black and white. Next, appreciate the people who are always there for you. In the end, Sophie said that she loved Agatha and that she will always be her best friend. The third one, be brave to stand up for what's right. Agatha stood up against Professor Dovey for the way school punished the students that failed. Next, appearances may be deceiving. Well, Agatha may have the look of a witch, but she has a pure heart. And lastly, have empathy for those in pain. Agatha wished to free those who wants to go home. And that's all from us. Thank you.